I don't know whether I should be ashamed or elated. I only know that last night I had the most incredible experience of my life. It sounds morbid when I put it in words, but actually it was tremendous and wonderful and miraculous. The kids at Jill's were so relaxed, I immediately felt at home with them. A little while after we got there, Jill and one of the boys brought out a tray of Coke, and all the kids immediately sprawled out on the floor on cushions or curled up together on the sofa chairs. Jill winked at me and said, "Tonight we're playing Button Button, Who's Got the Button?" I thought that was a kid's game. Suddenly I began to feel something strange inside myself, like a storm. Everyone was beginning to look at me. The palms of my hands were sweating. I completely thought they were trying to poison me. But then I noticed strange shifting patterns on the ceiling, swirling colors and great fields of reds and blues and yellows. I had found the perfect language used by Adam and Eve. I closed my eyes and the music had begun to absorb me physically. I could smell it and touch it and hear it. Never had anything been so beautiful. I danced in front of the whole group, and I never felt so beautiful and uninhibited. But now it's over, and I'll never try it again. While I was out today, Bill, one of the boys from Jill's party, asked me out tonight. I can't wait to see what happens. I feel like Alice in Wonderland. Maybe Lewis Carroll was on drugs too. I told you about my date with Bill? Well, he introduced me to torpedoes on Friday and speed on Saturday. They were both like riding shooting stars through the Milky Way, only a trillion times better. This speed was scary because he injected it into me, but I danced like I never dreamed possible for little mousy me. I felt great, free, abandoned, a different, improved, perfect specimen of different, improved, perfect species. It was wild. It was beautiful. It really was. Today we tripped on acid. It was groovy, even greater than the others. I don't see how each trip can get better than the one before. I sat for hours examining the exoticness and magnificence of my right hand. I could see the muscles and the pores, each blood vessel. It was a fascination unto itself, and my mind still flutters with the wonder of it all. Last night, Jill and Chris fixed me up with a college friend of theirs who knew I'd been on acid and wanted to turn me on to pot. Chris's date said that a lot of kids never try booze, not only because it's their parents' thing, but because it's a lot harder to get than pot. He found he could steal a lot of money from his parents and they would never miss it, but let him take one swig out of any of their booze bottles, and it was as though they measured it to an ounce. Today Richie made me go to the grade school. I sold 10 stamps of LSD to a little kid that wasn't even 9 years old. In turn, he must be selling it to these kids that are just too young. So we're going to San Francisco. We've pledged to stay clean. I hate myself for being a high school dropout. Goodbye, dear home. Goodbye, good family.